Hi everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're joining me for the first time here, I am Julie Montague, the American Viscountess, and today we are on day 3 of my homemade Christmas here in England. So yes, I have been transplanted over here from America to England, and I've learned many English traditions. One of them we'll be making today for Christmas, but be sure to hit the subscribe button and like as well if you like this video. And the big one is ding, ding, ding. Make sure you put your notifications on so that you know each time I do release a new video, you will be notified about it right away, especially now in the middle of our 5 days of a homemade Christmas. And I should say a homemade English Christmas. So with that said, we're gonna be making mulled cider. Now, traditionally over here, everywhere you go around the holidays, it's mulled wine, mulled wine, mulled wine. But mulled cider is, of course, popular too. But the reason I think that mulled cider might be a little bit more popular where I am in England, so I am in Southwest England in Dorset, is because we are known for our cider down here. So of course I'm going to make mulled cider. So here I've got Dorset's very own orchard haze cider, having that. So we're gonna need 1.5 liters of cider, and also you're going to need a little bit of apple juice. Now, this apple juice is actually Mapperton's apple juice. I hand-picked these apples. In fact, you might have seen me picking them in one of our videos on our sister channel, Mapperton Live. My husband and I were picking the apples for the apple juice. So here they are, bottled up right here, grown on the estate, and handpicked mostly by me. I think my husband might have picked like 1 apple. In fact, he sat around eating those apples much more than he was picking them. And if you want to make it even more alcoholic, you can add really spirit of your choice. So remember, cider, in fact, I have to be honest, when I first moved over to this country, I had no idea that cider was alcoholic. So when people say, oh, do you want a cider? I'd be like, sure. And then I'm like, why am I feeling a bit woo? Because cider was alcoholic. Listen, it's one of the things I had to learn. Because when I grew up, sort of when you had apple cider, it didn't have, it was just sort of like heated apple juice with some spices in it. This is alcoholic. In fact, it's 4.5%. But you can also spice it up even more with some alcohol. You can use Calvados, which is really kind of like an apple spirit. I'm gonna be using spiced rum. I figure we've got a lot of apples here, so I'm gonna use something different. I'm gonna be using spiced rum. Not very much, about 7 tablespoons when we get to it. From here, we are going to pour in 1.5 liters of cider. So, and I'm just reading this as I'm pouring in, based in West Dorset, that's where we are, crafted from apples, sourced from Dorset cider orchards. So there you go. If that, really simple to make. And as soon as your Christmas starts, you can have this sort of on the stove, heated, so this will be heated. You can have this on the stove, heated, and people can just, pop in and out of the kitchen and help themselves to their mulled cider. We need 400 milliliters of apple juice. So I'm just gonna give this a shake. And this is about a 750 bottle, so I'm gonna go a little bit more than half, but also inside my lovely big pan right here. I can see it is actually measured for me. So I can see roughly about what 400 milliliters will be. A little bit more. And a tiny bit more, and that will do it. Fantastic. So if you are going to add alcohol, again, you can add whatever alcohol you want. I mean, brandy works really well. Of course, rum, I'm doing spiced rum, but 7 tablespoons of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. There we go. And from here, the last thing I'm going to add is the sugar. I'm not going to add any of the spices yet. We're going to wait to do that once we start to mull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like to do a little bit of heat ones there, because just to add a little bit of sugar. So I'm gonna sit this on the, put this on the aga, and I'm just gonna let this gently heat to mull. And after that is when we will add the spices. So I'm gonna put this here, and I'm also going to give it a lovely stir. Already smells incredible. Smells Christmassy. Definitely smells Christmassy. Right, so I've put it on the hot, really aga. This is the hot one, and this is sort of the one that allows you to simmer, because I'm going to add in the spices, and once I add in the spices, then we want to let this simmer for about 20 minutes until it's ready to drink. So with, again, super easy, I'll just bring these over here. Spices, I'm putting in 3 cinnamon sticks. So 3 cinnamon sticks. I'm then going to put in 5 cloves. So 5 cloves, but again, it's up to you if you want it a little bit more spicy. So that's 1, 2, 3, hold on, here we go, 4, and 5, okay? And then of course, I'm going to put the zest in, and I'm just going to take this and put the peel in. Lovely. And in order, of course, to get all the flavors in, we do want to let this simmer for 20 minutes. You can still keep, of course, the spice in. You don't have to take out, when you serve it into glasses, you don't have to take out, because it's rather pretty. But you would have gotten, by simmering, you would have gotten most of the flavor in, so these can just stay in here. So there we go, a little stir, and let's leave it for 20 minutes. I can tell from the smell, the aroma in this kitchen, that the mulled cider is ready. So I'm going to put it in a glass. It's not a glass mug, but it's sort of a glass goblet. And it also has the Montague coat of arms on here, or the crest. So I think, and we only take these glasses out for special occasions. And I do think it is a special occasion right now. Gosh, I hope this is good. And if you're wondering how much this serves, I mean, listen, I've just poured it in here. And if I pour it, you know, not quite to the top, but possibly, you know, just a little bit down from the lip here, this is a nice sized glass. So I think that this will serve, depending on how large the glass is, between 8 and 12. So now I need to taste it, and I have a feeling it's going to taste as good as it smells here. And it absolutely does. I mean, this is, I have to say, so delicious. And it tastes like Christmas as well. I also think and know that this cider will go incredibly well with the bread and butter panettone. So if you watch the first day of A Homemade English Christmas, we made the bread and butter panettone, and having it with this cider will be even more magical. So be sure to watch that video if you haven't watched that video already on how to make bread and butter panettone, because it goes very, very well with the mulled cider. Be sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and do comment down below. Let me know what your favorite Christmas drink is, or any different ingredients that you use for your mulled cider. I would love, love, love to hear from you. And of course, be sure to make sure that the turn notifications on is on, so that you can get all of our homemade English Christmas videos this week. Bye, everybody.